Hi, Paul Hefty here with the Triangle O Football RPO system. I want to talk to you about a 5R process. Again, our number one goal is to grow and evolve the system from year to year. We're going to do this by first reflecting with 3 questions, and we'll do some assessment and review. We'll look then at an offensive focus to renew, and then I'll talk about a 5D version for reteaching the system, and then some new offensive concepts to reinstall it. Again, the key here is attention to detail, and we're going to focus on the little things because they really matter. Let's take a look. All right, first we're going to reflect, and we're just going to focus on 3 simple questions. Key here is what do you need to do versus what you want to do. And again, in order to evolve, we've got to look at our competition and try to stay one step ahead. So again, what are your needs versus your competition? Question number 2, again, it's always people before plays, so we want to look at our new personnel strengths and weaknesses. But as we do this, we still want to strive for balance in what we do. This gives you the ability to be fluid from year to year, but then as you get going from week to week in the season. Question number 3, what do you need to do to just get better as a program? Your culture never stays the same. So you don't want to forget about that. You want to be on top of that right away by listening and learning what your needs are for this new year. Our number 2 is review. These are self-assessment steps. So step 1, you want to self-scout OD and kick game. You want to figure out what your tendencies are. And this is a simple way to evolve by breaking those first. Step 2 is do the same self-scouting now with your play calling. Offense, defense, and kick game. We all have tendencies or biases and likes. We want to work at breaking those. And then step 3, you want to self-scout your analytics. Again, the 2 key stats in modern football is turnover margin and explosive plays. So again, learn what you need to get better at. If it's turnovers, eliminating them, creating them, and/or same thing, creating and eliminating explosive plays. The third R is renew, and this is kind of our offensive focus, is we really need to, number 1, develop true quarterback read progression, both with our RPOs and our pass. So look at it as a teaching challenge. One of the things I'll introduce is a slow mesh concept to help give us more time with the reads, something that similar to Wake Forest is doing this year. Focus number 2, you have to try to develop balance with your run and your pass, your outside and inside RPO game, and then your high and low passing game. Again, this, by striving for balance, you just have the ability to be fluid from year to year with a different personnel. Focus number 3 then, as I mentioned, we've got to develop explosive plays in our RPO run pass game, and then also use of double moves. So we're going to make this part of our core, try to create and take smart shots. All right, our number 4 is then we're going to take the system and reteach it. We're just going to pay attention to details by using what I call a 5D version. On the website now, I'm going to provide new PowerPoints and video playbooks for each of the core RPO concepts versus 5 defensive fronts and 5 defensive coverages. So you'll see detailed teaching versus those 5 defenses. You'll see detailed visual tools for teaching the quarterback reads versus those 5 defenses. And then I'll also add detailed teaching and learning tips for the coaches and the players versus the 5 defenses using that 5D version. And the 5th R is reinstall in the 5R process, now using a outside-in focus. As always, we like to arrange similar O-line blocking schemes and run action passes into buckets. So you see bucket number 1, we start with outside zone or stretch zone, and then a natural pass partner is a sprint pass series, and then go to split zone with our screens and now our quick passes. Bucket number 2 is our gap RPOs. Number 1, where again, outside in, we're going to start with sweep, pin, and pull, natural pass partner being waggles and bootlegs. Second then is a blast or a counter ISO, and then we want to get into our forwards and mesh pass series. Last is bucket number 3. Gap RPO is number 2. Classic one-back power partnered with our West Coast pocket pass, and then a backdoor series for all the schemes where we're running away from the H-back and getting them involved in the pass RPO concepts, and then a throwback crosser series using double moves. I hope this gives you a great start to reviewing and upgrading and evolving any system from year to year. Thanks.